How many of you notice that you may be slouching every single day, maybe at work, if you work a desk job, or in the car when you're driving, your shoulders are just rounded forward and you're constantly tensed up in your neck and upper back? That's what's clinically known as postural kyphosis, and today I'm going to give you 5 exercises to help you fix that. And the good news is it's completely reversible. So let's fix that hunchback. Hey guys, Redus here. I've been a CrossFit coach for 6 years, and I've been coaching Olympic style weightlifting for the past 5 years. You also may remember me from the CrossFitter versus bodybuilder video with SixPackAbs.com a while back. That was a lot of fun, right? Today I'm here to talk to you about the 5 exercises to show you how to reverse that and fix that postural kyphosis. A lot of what goes on to being in a hunchback position with your shoulders rounded forward and neck protruding forward like so is that's going to make your chest muscles really tight, as well as the anterior delts too. So one of the best ways to reverse that is start to open that chest back up like this. So I'm going to show you an easy chest stretch that I like to call the doorway stretch. If you're in a doorway, you can put both hands against the sides of the doorway and then just lean forward, and that's going to open up the chest and the pecs and anterior delts. Or if you have a pole or a wall or something to grab onto, you can grab it like so, step forward, and then keep scooting over until you feel this pec fully stretched, and hold it for about 20 to 30 seconds and do 2 to 3 sets on each side, and your upper back and your chest is going to be feeling a lot better after that. You're going to feel like you're in a new position, and then you can fully retract those shoulder blades and be in a neutral position with the spine. So stretch number 2, another good way to stretch out your chest and upper back and also get prepped for any overhead movement you may want to do in the gym, like an overhead squat or a strict press or push press, is to take a PVC pipe and what's commonly known as a pass-through. You just get your hands out wide and you bring the PVC up and back like this. That's also going to stretch the chest out, and you're working on getting internal and external rotation with the shoulder. So external when you go back, and then internal when you come back to the front. Another way to do that, to test your flexibility, is to lay down on the bench, take your hands out wide, and you're going to lay flat on your back, and you're just going to slowly work on bringing that PVC pipe or broomstick back until you feel a good stretch, and then just hold it there. And the most important thing to know is don't force anything. As soon as you start to feel a good amount of stretch, just hold it right there. You don't want to go into where it really starts to hurt, because that's just going to do more harm than good. And also too, if that feels okay, you can load this up a little bit. If you have tiny change plates that weigh a pound or less or so, you can slide those onto your bar for extra resistance to open that up more, just like so. And then hold it once you feel a good stretch, and then come back up. And that one's really going to get the shoulders in a good spot to go into flexion. So if you are doing overhead squats in the gym or push presses, everything's stretched back out and you're in alignment again, so you can do your movements relatively pain-free. Third exercise for the day to work on opening up that upper back and kind of fixing that hunchback posture that we've been plagued with is using a foam roller, guys. So foam rollers are pretty simple. You just lay it on the ground, and then what you're going to do is you're just going to roll your entire back up and down, the full length of your back on the roller, and you're just going to slide back and forth. And if you're going to hold the stretch, a good place to put it is right underneath of the shoulder blades, and then just work on gently tilting your head back and pulling the shoulders back and lifting your arms overhead. And that's going to be a really good stretch to put the upper back in extension. One thing you don't want to do with a foam roller if you're going to hold a stretch is put this in the small of your lower back right there in that lumbar spine and do the stretch there, because we're not trying to gain flexibility and extension in our lumbar spine. We're trying to gain extension in our upper back and our cervical spine. The fourth exercise is going to be the prone Y extension, or the Y exercise. You can do this with a couple different objects. You can use small plates or even dumbbells, but you're going to be laying, you can do this on the ground or flat on a bench. You're going to lay on your stomach. You're going to bring your arms up and out like this, making a Y. And what that's doing is it's bringing the shoulders back into flexion whenever you come up, and putting the shoulders into external rotation like that. And that's also going to be what we need to be in a good posture like this, is slight external rotation of the shoulders versus being internally rotated. My favorite way to do this is with maybe a 1 pound plate or 2.5 pound plates. Most gyms have those, and just holding them like this in front of me while I'm laying on the bench, and then lifting them up and back and squeezing at the top of every rep for a full second, and then slowly controlling the weight back down to get the upper back worked and the rhomboid area, because those are going to be the muscles that help keep your upper back in extension. And the fifth exercise is also one of my favorites. It's the cable row. You can do these standing or seated. Hands are going to be in close, and you're pulling the row all the way up to your chest right here, and then putting your arms back out at full extension. You can also use, if you don't have a cable row machine, you can use dumbbells, kettlebells, or even a barbell in the bent over row variation, where you slightly bend at the knees and hips and then lean forward and then bring the barbell or whatever implement you're using up to your chest and back down. And those are the 5 exercises that we've shown you to work on not being such a hunchback and fixing postural kyphosis. One thing I wanted to add is using a lacrosse ball or a tennis ball, something that's just spherical and like kind of dense, so you can rub it on your chest muscles, because some people find that they have sticking points when they're trying to stretch, and there's just that one spot that just won't seem to release. So incorporating this, it's best to use it in between sets of your actual movements you're doing in your workout or in the warm-up. So get your blood pumping, get warm, get the tissues warm, and then add this in. Don't do this for 20 or 30 minutes beforehand. Do it while you're going, guys, and that's gonna help you get rid of the sticking points the best. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like it, let us know. Comment below. If you have any questions, ask us. We'd be happy to answer them. Also, share the video and subscribe to SixPackAbs.com. This is Redus. Hope you guys train smart, and I'll see y'all next time.